Okay, we're back. I got more Diet Coke, which I should really stop drinking. Let me see. Just making sure that everything's on correctly. Alrighty. Yeah, having some weird sinus issues now. We should be more or less in the clear for the rest of this area. I don't think this area's got much more to throw at us that we can't handle. You know what I meant by that. I don't think this area's got much more to throw at us that is anything that registers on the we might not be able to handle this scale. I don't like... You know, in real life, I wouldn't mind a room full of spiders if it was A, not anywhere anyone actually lived, or if B, it was like, you know, like a zoo or someone's exhibit, like spiders just living in terrariums. But if I did look into a room and there's a single spider that was larger than, like, my leg in diameter, I would probably have a reaction. That would not be good. I feel like the first thing I would do is go find, like, a broomstick and, like, unscrew the broom from the... Like, if it's one of those there, it's a screw-on, like, unscrew it, or like a Swiffer, unscrew it so the little screw part sticking out. Because I feel like the way you deal with these, something like this, is with a spear. Like, that's the best way to deal with something like this. Obviously, assuming that they don't spit at you. Like, a spear, just a pointy stick, would probably be the best way to deal with them. Though, to be fair, pointy stick deals with a lot of problems. Of the hostile, trying to kill you stuff. Nature. Does this game have spears? Oh, well, I guess I can ask myself such questions. And the game, and possibly the internet as well. In tandem, even. After I'm done dealing with those spiders, like right now. Spear. An axe or spear, yeah, okay. Huh. Whoa. Oh, it's the spear. Yeah. Plus 80% aether damage. What? Plus 80% lightning? Aether? I'm not really understanding why lightning and aether would be the spear, but okay. Also, you can kind of see by the color background, well, right, like which one is which, that this is the, I don't know. Yeah, that's the order, this is the chaos, this is the, eldritch, over here is the prime, no, the ascendant, and then I guess this would be the primordial. Yeah. That's Mogdrogan, isn't it? No? Which one's Mogdrogan? He's down here, right? Yeah, there's Mogdrogan. Anyway. I thought that one was Mogdrogan because it kind of looked like a shaman. I was like, oh, well, you know, obviously the guy with the antlers is Mogdrogan. No. Like, hold on. Right, like, Can you blame me for thinking that would be Mog Drogan? Anyway. Enough fooling around. Enough lollygagging. We got places to go. People to beat. Bugs to turn into chunky acid salsa on the floor. We're not gonna put that in a jar. Nobody wants that. But we will leave it for the janitorial service. Apparently staffed by spiders to clean up after we're done. Maybe that's what's going on, is that like the spiders are the janitorial service. They're here to like clean the stuff up off the floor, however they do that, like eating it or whatever. We just keep interrupting. And who knows, the spiders might be here because of the last folks who ran through here. You know? It's just a never-ending cycle where they show up to try to scavenge what remains are left pasted all over the floor in a thick, ugly crust. And then the next crew comes through and wipes out that generation of spiders as part of the melee of cleaning the whole place out again to go through.
I can't do that yet.
Well, okay then. Yeah. Alright. I'm not sure how to feel about that. That was very satisfying, but on the one hand, on the other, it's kind of like, you know, typically whenever I get ambushed by a big pack of mobs in Veteran, it's like tense, but that wasn't tense. Just potion tank through this. Ears itchy. Alright. Hopefully we'll get the thing that unlocks these gates soon. What the... Guys! Was I supposed to just keep walking and then go, ah, whenever I got pinned between two groups of monsters or something? Oh, whatever. This looks like its own whole thing. Is there a reason you can't just walk past it? I guess not. Well, let's go through here. Let's just tread right on through here. Explore a bit. Why not? I mean, it's not like there's no reason to. You know, loot. Experience. Augments. Souvenirs. Like, bone-back teeth. Assuming there's any teeth left after we explode them in a shower of lightning and gore.
Not ready.
Like that. Okay. Oh, that guy's gonna do a lot of damage if we let him get his claws on us. Let's just bravely run away. Okay. You know, I'm pretty sure the banister got in the way of a couple of shots whenever I was trying to pick at that guy from the diagonal angle. Oh hey, there's a meal in there. Oh hey, another one of these. And it's nothing for our guy. Excellent. Ah, goodness. Oh, that's a Fury. We can't, like, just face tank him. Alright. So far, so good. Just racking up more XP. It's kind of like that old phrase, a penny saved, a penny earned, except it's like an XP earned, an XP banked, you know? A whole lot of small increments add up to one big increment. It's a good lesson to meditate on in life. It's helped me a lot. Especially with like large projects, to just kind of think about it. Like, yeah, you know. A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And continues with a single step each time. I mean, I guess you could hop, skip, and jump if you wanted. Maybe get in a car or a boat. Go in an overcoat. Anyway, another shrine, which is very good. Explorer's footpads. Mistwalker leggings. We have a pair of those, don't we? Plus 11% movement speed, plus 5% experience gain. Bro. I gotta put those on. Because the experience gain is too much. It's too much to resist. That'll probably get me killed, but I don't care. God, the experience gain bonus. Come on. Okay. Let's, So we finished the fox, and now we need to go for the lizard. So that's primordial, okay. Not ascendant, primordial. Yo, the hanged man. The gallows. That's vitality damage. Vitality damage stuff is, the only... Look, I'm not saying that other classes don't have it, it's just that the first one that comes to mind is the necromancer. He's the one that I think of for vitality damage. Hold the phone. Yo! Yeah, okay. That's a very, very, very specifically good, I almost said vitality up there. That's, we fire a whole lot slower with it though, I think. But that plus internal damage is stupidly good. Ugh. See, we've got +4 to that, and that's making that just do sickening amounts of damage. This should be the one that does internal trauma damage, yeah. Ugh. I can't wait until the just basic cadence does freaking enormous amounts of internal trauma damage, because that's what I'm really looking for. It does seem to be doing a lot more single shot damage. I did not change what direction I was holding the left thumbstick in that entire time, by the way. In case you're curious. I want to shoot the Aether Crystal, thank you. I will shoot the Aether Crystal, thank you. I don't care how many of you try to kill me. And you can see there the enemy fighting, that the beasts and the Aether horrors don't like each other. Which, I mean, you know, fair. I don't like them either one of them. It's only fair that they don't like each other. They're all rather unlikable. By the way, that is incredible, that chunky salsa railgun you got going on there. Mmm. Mmm. Delish. Delish. Well, that was a ton of XP. Wow. I mean, I guess it's because we got the XP boost on now, but like the plus 5%. And then once I make one of those belts, there'll be another plus 5%. Like one of those ones that had that as a thing. Like, man. How much bonus XP am I going to be getting? Like, plus 20%? No, like, plus 23%? That's a little alarming. There, I might end up with a set that gives me, like, plus 23% XP. That's a little... that's almost uncomfortable to think about. Well, you know what I mean, like, plus 13% XP on top of the veteran bonus. That's... Plus with the extra spawns and everything, and the fact that our damage output ain't bad. Ah. Yeah, that's like already noticeable, that 5%. Like, holy crud. Yeah, see, I'm pretty sure there's a way to open these. You know, I would like to actually, in a cheeky way, get some Aether resistance for the Act boss. However, in whatever cheeky way I can do that. Yeah, not today, pal. Yeah, run right up to me, claim your prize, a bullet between your stupid eyes. Ditto for these fellas, except they're inexplicably moving slower. I don't know why some of them are super fast. I don't know what decides that, or why that happens with some of them and not others. I mean, I know some of them have like a sprint option, but it seems like some of them don't even sprint, they're just super quick. Line up. There we go. Excellent. Now, like I said, we're just dumping into the masteries. I want to dump skill points until Oleron's Rage, but I'm not sure that's realistic. I don't think that's realistic. I desperately want to, but I don't think that's realistic. Like, if you know why, you know why, but the next act, which we're gonna have to be going into soon, it necessitates better damage. Like, it requires better damage. Like, I will probably still have to put points into some kind of damage upgrade, even a little bit. Like that guy right there. That's what I was talking about being quick. But I will have to put in some kind of damage upgrade almost certainly for the next act at some point. It's just a necessity because the stuff we're going to be dealing with is just ridiculous. Yeah, right back at you guys. Let's see if we can't take care of these problems before the Aether Crystal starts summoning stuff. Ah, my ear got itchy. Okay. Okay. I am pointing at the Aether Crystal Cluster. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna barrel stuff it. Potion tank. I hate infinite ads.
Can't do that yet.
Okay. My ear. Itching again. I wish it would stop. Okay. Pick up these Aether Crystals. I'm not sure if they're good for anything in specific. Like, I'm not sure if they're used for anything. You get a lot of them, though. Ah. Nice. Okie dokie. Another mob down. I just want to see if I can find out where you go to open those stupid grates. As always, we gotta get away from the midst of this guy. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Just, I just can't stand that feeling. I don't know why sometimes I can go like a whole hour without it happening, and then sometimes I can't go 5 minutes without it happening. Alright. Huh. Okay. Is it over here? No, it's not. Jerks are over here. That's what's over here. Stupid jerks. Nice fire breath, bud. Okay, well that's just
I can't do that yet.
fake door. An utterly fake exit. Get some Diet Coke in me. Yeah. Yeah. See, if you can tell, that looks like that should be like a secret area or something on the map. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering where... I could have sworn that there's a way to open the grates. I'm still holding out hope that we'll find it. Ooh. don't get me with your mitts, pal. Well, that was an ominous noise. Yeah, come over here. Just come all the way over here. Yeah, just keep coming over here. Thank you. Yeah, that's bad. These guys are very bad. Fury soldiers, huh? That'd explain that. I like how that thing wants to aggressively follow me, but it'll run away the moment, yeah, like that. Yeah! Ah! That hurt. Stupid jerks. Come on, buddy, will you just... Thank you. We're not going to get better than what we've got, I think. Pop him. It's time to just take care of these. I don't think that's what's summoning those, but still. I don't like leaving them here. I'm just holding... I was holding straight at this, by the way. I will not change the direction I'm looking at. See? My guy turns like 90, like 45 degrees. Sometimes 90 to just shoot at something that's like kind of close to it. Instead of the thing in front of him that I'm desperately hoping he'll keep shooting at. Again, I don't think that's a thing on keyboard and mouse, but like I said, I prefer playing on the gamepad just because it's more casual, feels, you know. Plus, in a one-button run, you don't need to use the keyboard, right? Like, the primary reason you'd want to use the keyboard is kind of gone. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why this doesn't count as having found the... Yeah, I was going to say, as having found the Warden's lab. But there, the quest finally triggered properly. Okay, let's get rid of this junk. Ah, my ear. Goodness. Tear a warp in time itself at the location of your attacker. What the heck? I don't know who has that skill, or if it even is a character skill. Anyway, I'm saving that because, like I said, it's a 3x1, you know. I don't care about that because we're going to get the belt that gives us mucho grande experience. That's what I care about right now, is increasing the experience gain. Through the roof. Now, the reasoning might seem obvious, but my actual reasoning is that if we can get far ahead enough of the leveling curve, the rest of the game will be easier. Or rather, at least the rest of this session will be easier, because all of the enemies that currently have their levels set, we might actually be able to outlevel them a bit. Now, I want to go over here to store this stuff. That said, resistance, cold resistance, plus 8% movement speed, that's not bad. Increases health regeneration by 24%. Okay. I was hoping for Aether resistance. You're got it, she again. Nah. But you know, that regen. This. Rings, amulets, and medals, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to do that. It did give it, right? Like... Does that not work on certain stuff? Because if that is the case, that's really lame. Yeah, sure. I don't know if that's working or not. I'm just going to hope it is, and if it isn't, I don't care, because, like, if it ain't working on those, then it ain't gonna work on anything I actually care for it to work on. You know? Oh yeah, okay, you just have to hold left trigger to see it. That's dope. That's excellent. Yep. We're gonna need that for the act boss. No question. That's like a necessity for the act boss that we're gonna be dealing with. Yeah, so I wanted to. It just occurred to me. I blanked out for a second, but right, armor, belts, random stats. Yeah, I'm interested in that. Level 28 required. Rigid shell. Oh, okay, Aether Crystal. Yeah, well, alright. Well, at least I have a reason to keep those now, I guess. There any more plus experience stuff? I'm not going to use a shield, so that's out. That takes resilient plating. I know where that comes from. Scaled hide. Hold on. I think I can actually get those from the... Hold on. Scaled... No, mutated scales, okay. Yeah, because it does use stuff from the bank. If it didn't, it wouldn't include... Okay. Yeah, I feel stupid now. So I definitely do not have the stuff I need for that. That stinks, but... You know... You can't always get what you want. And besides, I wouldn't be able to use it until level 28 anyway, which, again, stinks. But that's... It is what it is. We got the hookup anyway, as it stands, so it's not... Oh, I am dim. What? 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 What is... And I know for a fact there is no spiders here. Anyway... Now that we've eliminated the third wave of the janitorial service, we can return here. Alright, so this is Inquisitor Creed's 5th entry. Now, I'm going to try to gently scroll down so you can pause it when you want to pause it. Hey! Stop that! Okay, anyway, next one. Again, I'm going to slowly scroll down. Okay. But that just covers that Inquisitor Creed was locked up here. He dealt with Krieg, had to, you know... He basically had to deal with the knowledge that what he thought was going to just be a, like, check-in for a local village. Like, for a village in the area, and maybe at worst be some kind of cult activity, was actually like a deep infiltration of the local administrative system. Which, yeah, stinks. You know, that's not something a man who works for the government as a, essentially a an anti-existential threat kind of service, because I mean we're not talking about thought crime here. We're talking about like actually summoning the end of the world. Yeah, like finding out like oh great, the local government is completely traitorous, not just to the higher up government, but to all of mankind and frankly the material world. Like, yeah, that's not good. Now, I have not moved my left thumbstick, by the way, from where it was originally pointing. I'm trying to point straight through that door, and my guy is determined to shoot at anything but the stuff through the door. Now, the hidden lab, I like this area a lot. It kind of makes me think of the alchemy lab from Symphony of the Night. But one thing, there's a lot of this going on, reading. So, pause it at your leisure. I'm gonna sip some Diet Coke and hope I don't get slapped by a zombie. Excellent. Okay. Now, I really like this area. It's, for one thing, my favorite color is green. So, you know, of course I'm gonna love this area. But, like I said, it kind of makes me think of, like, Castlevania kind of stuff, in a weird way. I don't know, it's got a vibe that I like. It's very different from the previous areas, mainly. Like, it's actually something new, like, entirely new. Kind of like a, full-on, unto itself change in scenery, rather than just a continuation, like a variation that is still in itself a continuation on a previous theme, like the Warden's Cellar. Where it's just like, oh, this is just the, just a larger, slightly different version of the underground cellar template you've seen enough of by now in the game, just in the course of following the main quest line. Ah. Goodness. Adjust my chair. There we go. Here's another one. Gethrin. But first, we must deal with a horde of the undead. Well, not undead. Again, I don't know what to call these guys, because they're not, like... They're not undead. They're sort of zombies, but they're kind of not. It's like, is Frankenstein a zombie? Like, or rather, you know, Frankenstein's monster. The creature. Like, is the creature from, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, is that a zombie? Right? I wouldn't say that's a zombie. Like, maybe? Oh, that's a zombie. Okay. Well, anyway, more reading. Yep. That Gethrin guy was a traitor. You know, whenever I say that, I mean, like, to everybody. Like, he betrayed everybody. Anybody who worked with the Ethereals was a guy who betrayed, like, everybody. Like literally everybody. Because in a conflict like this, it's not like you and... It's not you versus whoever and... No, it's like whether you like it or not, you're on Team Humanity or you're not. Like, it's not really anything other than that. Like, if you side with the Ethereals, you're not really siding with them against humanity, you're siding with them against yourself. Kind of thing. You know, it's like if you side with the evil face-eating aliens, and at the end of it, you're like, "You told me you wouldn't eat my face," and it's, you know, as they eat your face, it's like, well, yeah, of course. Like, what did you think would happen? They're the evil face-eating aliens. Like, they're gonna eat your face, bro.
Skills not ready.
I just think of Slitterheads, you know, from the game Slitterhead. I probably will play that on the channel at some point, but that game is, I would have to give like a warning at the front of it. It's definitely not a game suited for audiences under a certain age. You know, that's a very serious game, in the sense that like some of the stuff in that plot's like very R-rated. He even admits to it, and then he wants to do the stupid thing and off himself instead of, you know, trying to sabotage what's going on. Because, like, yeah, bro, that's how you're really gonna redeem yourself. Instead of, like, working as a double agent with trust, you're just gonna, you know, do the dumb thing. Like, alright, great. Okay. These hallways ain't, like, the long hallways are great-ish for the gun, but the cramped rooms aren't. I know I'm probably stating the obvious, but it is worth noting that, like, I want to deal with them in the rooms, but because there's only so much hallway, you know? Ideally, I would get them, like that guy, in 1 or 2 shots and have the damage over time do its wicked work on them to completion. I'll also take a 2-shot chunky salsa-ification, whatever. Like that. Everyone line up for El Paso. Wow, okay. That's some serious aggression to be throwing volleys at a wall out of anger. Okay. So far, so good. Room by room, hallway by hallway. We're going to get through this area. And like I said, hopefully get enough level ups that the act boss isn't too difficult to deal with. This is a large area, not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, this is not a small area by any means. And the amount of, like, labyrinthine corridors and single small rooms ain't helping anything. Okay. Look at that guy go! Right up the stairs. I wish I could just fly upstairs like that. Okay. Onward we go through the janitorial service. Now then, I'm just looking real close at the map because I think there might be a hidden area around here somewhere. Those things will do damage. I need to remember not to get too close to them. Goodness. How harrowing. Okay. Let's push on through. Just get them stuck in the door if we can. Worked like a charm. Okie dokie. This, I think, is where I was looking for. That's bad. That's bad. Let me just try to heal tank through this. I cannot run, run, run. A running gun battle. Stop that. Jerk. Stupid butthole. Trying to surround me. Get out of here with that mess. Alright. Gasaka. Okay. Whenever I came through here on my dual pistol guy, there was a shrine in here. Like in this room right here. One of those totems specifically. Not the point shrine, not the devotion shrine. Those are set. Like, those don't change. Except between difficulties. There's difficulties where they're added, right? Yeah, those don't change. There's one of those totems where you summon enemies and deal with them. Gonna have to cut the recording soon. I was expecting maybe something more than that, but whatever. It's worth the XP. Speaking of, I almost forgot to level up. Now that's the thing here is that, like I said, you know. Now this right here, Counter-Strike. I don't think I'm getting that. The retaliation thing, like the reason why I'm okay with this is because it has a 5-second skill duration, 5-second skill recharge, gives me plus 65% all damage. Now, compare that to this. I'm going to sit here for a second so you can pause the screen and read it if you want. I'm not reading all that. I ain't reading all that. Alright? I'm just saying. That's a 20% chance of activating. My ear got a cheat. Hold on. 4-meter target area. All this other conditional stuff. When it's like, bro, you only have so many points. Let me finish adjusting my headset. You only have so many points in this game. This would be good for a melee character, maybe, but this right here is just, you get a percent chance for 5 seconds of plus ridiculous amounts of damage percentage to everything you do. Like, why would I not just pump into this instead? And I say that even more generally, why wouldn't I do that? Like, I would have this if I was doing a different kind of character. But I don't understand why I would ever take it if I had to choose between the two over this. Right? Like, why would... I mean, I guess maybe because it will eventually have a better chance, like a much larger chance of activating, but again, it's like... Like, why would I do that? Oh, ear. Like I said, I desperately want to just... Because that is 6 more levels. That would be silly to get. Like, actually silly to have early on, but I don't think I'm going to get that. Now, what I do want to do is put 2 into this. Not commit, just to see how the attack speed... yeah, that attack speed doesn't scale the way I was hoping it would. That does, but that internal trauma damage ain't going to mean anything yet. It will once we get deadly momentum. Now, that's the real heavy stuff, is getting deadly momentum. But again, like I said, deadly momentum is good, but I want to push on to that and then go pump into the Arcanist until at least elemental balance. Again, Fabric of Reality, it's conditional. Like, do I really care to dump 10 points to get plus 10 damage? Like, plus 10% damage to Ethereals and Chthonics? And 2 different damage types that I can't enhance? Well, no, not really. Not whenever I think about it, no. Not on this build. And we're not going to get to level 50 with the Sky, because we're already doing that with the Soldier. So what I really think is that I might just get the... Yeah, like this is... mental alacrity is completely useless too. 300 energy might be conditionally useful. But reality check, we don't really need it. I think I might just get this to 25 and keep it there. Like Arcanist. Just keep Arcanist at 25 for the stuff we're using with Arcanist. And then dump points to 50 in Soldier. And then after those 2 things are achieved, like first get to 40 with Soldier. And then get to 25 with Arcanist. We're going to end here. I'm going to probably cut to the next video. But get to 40 with Soldier for now. Get to 25 with Arcanist for the rest of the game. For the rest of whenever. And then probably spend like maybe 4 levels just dumping into relevant damage stuff for both sides. So probably spending 2 levels on Arcanist, 2 levels on Soldier. So just 6 points each. And then after that, pumping into Soldier until 50. And relying on the Kraken to carry our damage needs through to the next plateau whenever we hit 50 with Soldier. And then after that, it's game on. Like, then it's just pure power. Like, pure leveling for power. Alright, so with that, going to cut this one and then start the next one soon after.